Hello, this is a video that I've produced to help parents and also to help younger students get through their first lesson to be able to practice at home to using the first book that I generally teach in my teaching practices, which is the Guitarist Way Book 1. So it's the yellow book, Guitarist Way Book 1. During the first lesson I would have explained to the students about holding the guitar in said position. So we have the neck nice and high to help us here with the playing hands, although we won't use that in lesson 1. We'll be talking more about using the right hand technique. And as you'll be able to tell, I've done a video on my website for students on right hand technique. I strongly advise parents and students who've had this first lesson to look at that video for right hand technique before perhaps looking any further at this video. But just to recap on it very simply, the basic aim of playing with a good right hand technique, as I'll demonstrate here, is that we put our thumb on string 6, and then when we're playing with our walking fingers, because we've got a little bridge under the wrist there, not a flat hand, it means the fingers can stroke the strings in this walking fingers manner. It's discussed in much more detail in my video on right hand technique, and I do suggest you look at that video. So the purpose of this video is to perhaps I won't play so much, but I will demonstrate the techniques that I would use and ask parents to employ in helping their students at home. So holding the book up to the screen here, we can now see that this is on the third page of the book. The first page with written text on gives note names, string names and some musical information. I would have gone through the book with this information in there, so anything that a student does in this next page where there's actual music written down can always be referenced back to here. So the information is available, it's just turning the page back. So the first thing that I always ask the students to do before even playing, and we've gone through a right hand warm-up technique, is just to look at the note names before even playing. And this is something that I ask parents to do as well. In the top here we can see that we have the 3 strings, the 3 clear strings. The thinnest or the highest string sounding one is an E, okay, and then a B, which is the note in the middle of the stave. So I often tell the children it's B for bang in the middle. And then we have a G, which is on the second line from the bottom of the stave. An important point here is these are not, these ledger lines here, this is a music stave, these are not guitar strings, so the children shouldn't become confused thinking that they are strings. They're music lines, and then there's music holes in between, and we can see the first note is in a gap, so that's note E. You see string 1, note E. And that's the note that we would have warmed up doing some little walking finger exercises on the first string. So this is the techniques that I would ask parents to use here in playing these exercises across the 3 exercises on this page. I would ask them just to say the note names. So here it's E, 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 and pointing helps, and then B, 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 and E, 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 E. And just ask the children to play those notes with the walking fingers. And don't try to do too much in one go, just a line at a time. And so when they're happy with that, then you go to the next line, E, B, B, and E's again. Okay, there are some different types of notes. We've got crotchets, which are just the dots with the tail on, and then we've got minims, which last for 2 beats, which are like crotchets but have a hole in the middle. So the next point, when they're happy with that, and really only happy with that they can say the names, recognise the notes and play them, then just move to the next exercise. Again, always ask the children to say the note names before playing. E, 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 B with a minim, B, sorry, they're E's, E's, and then B's. And ask them to do it this way before playing. If you can recognise the notes, then they'll be able to play them. If not, just take a step back and just look at the top box and see the note name and the string it refers to playing. When you get to the bottom of the page, we'll see it introduces the third note there that we're looking at, which is note G. And note G is just the third string, so again it's all walking fingers, no thumb playing. Just get the thumb to rest on string 6 and walk the fingers as they're playing. The final point really that I like to go through at the end of a first lesson, the Guitarist way is quite good. Before it introduces anything new, we have a recap study, and this one is called Prelude. And this just plays the notes that we've learnt and tried to make it a little bit more musical. It's not the most musical piece in the world, but it is quite effective at just reinforcing those note names. The way that I teach this at home is that we would say the note names B, B, E, E, B, 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 and you could do that in 2 bars, just a 2-bar phrase, and just ask the child to play it, and then to read it and then play, before playing the next 2 bars, reading and playing, and just break everything down into small chunks. By the time you've worked through the end, the notes should be really well known by now, and there shouldn't be any ambiguity on what string represents each dot on the music stave. What I would say is, and this is most important, that really allow a week for any lesson to develop and sink into the mind. So there's no need for the child to be able to do this the day after the lesson. Build it up slowly, allow the child to sink the notes in, but if you can work with them, and all I say is about practicing is just 2 to 3 minutes a day really when you're very first starting off with this kind of music. There's no need to go beyond 10 minutes at all. 5 is absolutely plenty. If the child can say a note name and play it, then it's really beginning to sink in. So if I just play exercise 1, and this will give you a good idea of what we would do. So I would go E, 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 B, 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 B. And then I would play that with my walking fingers. E, 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 then B, 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 B. And then I do the next 2 bars, B, 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 and E, 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 E. B, 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 and E, 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 E. And that's just the same, excuse me, that's just the same for all the 4 studies that will be done. Exercises 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one on the next page, the prelude. So that basic principle of reading before playing, then playing, and getting some form of fluency with the correct right hand technique is the basic principle for every lesson. And that's how it should be practiced at home. It won't be taught any differently to that in lessons taught by me anyway. And just ask the child to help. You know, just give them some help. If they can do it on their own and demonstrate it, they'll be so happy. But if they can just practice for 5 maximum minutes a day, just taking it nice and steady, they'll be fully prepared for the next lesson. So I hope that helps. Just some information on Guitarist Way, Book 1, how to start off and how to help your child at home when they come back having a lesson. And I primarily done this lesson for people in group lessons where there's limited time, and so sometimes it's a little bit confusing. But now we've got a video that tells you how to help your child, and just as I say, 5 minutes maximum a day will really, really help them know those notes and play most things in the future. Okay, so good luck with that.